All right.
Mhm.
What the hell?
What happened?
I don't know.
Why did you stop it?
I didn't touch it. I did not touch it.
I was just getting into the rhythm.
I'm gonna play it again.
That's
I'm
how
gonna
I
play it
get in
again.
my zone.
Okay, I'm gonna play it again. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's your boy Danny J. Quick, and I'm here with Kyron Silva. And we want to thank you for joining the Foretales podcast.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.
We're about to talk some comics and get a little bit controversial. Everything from indie books to movie deal level commercial. With no rehearsals when we converse to coerce you. And then we do the quick takes and try to get to the person. So join us and get your comic book a few more sales once a week wherever you pod. It's Foretales. Once a week wherever you pod. It's Foretales.
We gotta shorten it. We gotta shorten it a little bit, but
Oh, what you get? What is it? Not is it Oscar? No.
Emmy.
Emmy,
Emmy.
no. Emmy's for
No, Emmy's for TV. What is it? It's
what is it?
Grammy.
Grammy. There we go.
A
We need a
Grammy.
Grammy for that.
Best
At
podcast.
the
Best
very least,
podcast rap opening.
at the very least, a VMA award, a Video Music Award. Come on.
A Razzie or something.
No, that was better. That was good enough for that deserves an award. Thank you.
I'll take it.
That I love the new opening. Thank you so much.
It's a long time coming. Apparently, I promised I would do that last year sometime, and I finally got it done. Me and my brother, I recorded it right here with my new mic. I don't know if you can see it. My new microphone.
Ooh, pretty.
And hey, and we got it. So I'm happy.
This has actually been longer than a year that you promised to do that. Ever since your brother made the music, and you said, "Oh, I bet you I can rap over that too," and I said, "Do it," and then you're like, "Okay," but it happened.
I would have to see that conversation. I don't remember it happening. I'm sure it did happen, but I have there's a flaw in my personality. Like I promise I'll tell people I'll do things, and then if I don't immediately do it, it's not gonna happen. Like like I'll be like, oh yeah, I can do this, whatever, such and such. And then if I haven't done it within like a week, my brain has moved on to other things. So I need to like keep a list of things that I've told people I'll do for them, if they don't constantly remind me. What's up?
Well,
Fish Lee is in the building. Fish Lee is in the comments.
and he said he almost missed your debut, which would have been sad because Fish is
Wow.
your number one fan. So
There we go. Hey, we got to start somewhere. We got to make some money, because I don't know if these comics are gonna do it. So they got to make some money somewhere.
coming next week, OnlyFans featuring Danny J. Quick.
Hey, gotta do it. Gotta do it.
No, we don't really. We really don't have to.
Hey, I'm willing. I'm not able, but I'm willing. No, I'm just playing. Shout out to everybody on TikTok Live right now.
I didn't even get my intro. Hold up, wait a minute. I didn't even start the show properly.
That's right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Taurus Comics in collaboration with Fourth Wall Productions respectfully brings to you the 134th episode of the Four Tales podcast. Why are you looking at me like that? I am your host, Kyron Silva from Taurus Comics. Across the way is the bluish rose romancer of Ace Play, Danny J. Quick, and together we are your two award-winning blurred comic creators here to help you find your next favorite comic. We are live on Age of Geekdom Network via Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Twitch, and YouTube, and we are also live on Danny's TikTok. So if you're listening or watching us, thank you for your support. But don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and review this podcast because all your positive reviews, interactions help us reach a bigger audience. Ro Lamb is in the building tonight. Whoa.
Hey, that's star power right there. That's the
When are we
creative
going to have
Scarlet
Ro
Ranger in the building.
on?
We do
When are
need
we
to
going to
have
have Ro
Ro on.
on?
Ro's got the next Scarlet Ranger book coming out soon, so we gotta get Ro on soon. I know I've been seeing some of the behind the scenes, and it's coming soon, so we're gonna have to get Ro on pretty soon.
How are you seeing the behind the scenes and not me?
Well, Ro is editing a couple of projects that I'm working on, so we send stuff back and forth. He shows me his pages, and I show him my writing, and he edits for me on a couple of projects. So and we're Quest family too, so we always send stuff back and forth.
All right.
Absolutely.
Ro, we will have you on at some point, but not this year. We are actually completely booked for the rest of the year.
Definitely be
as
next
far
year.
as
Definitely be 2025.
we are completely booked every week until the end of our season. So we will have you on for sure next year. Talk about any book you want, maybe your own series, maybe quests, maybe something fourth wall. Who knows?
Yep.
But hey, do you like video games?
Man, I love video games, man. I've
You
been
do?
playing a lot more video games lately. It's how I decompress sometimes. We
Okay.
gotta get back on Fortnite, by the way.
Fortnite Fridays are not a thing anymore because we do our show on
We
Fridays.
do our
What the
show on
fuck?
Friday. Yeah.
We got to think of another day, I guess.
Got to.
All right, yeah.
But I love video games. You play video games besides
I
Fortnite?
I do play some video games here and there. I'm mostly a fighting game type of person. I like some Street Fighter, some Mortal Kombat, stuff like that.
Okay.
I'll do some first person shooter like Overwatch. But usually, though, if I have to pick a game, it's going to be like an MMO RPG,
Mhm.
World of Warcraft, DC Universe Online, things like that.
Yep.
Yeah. But the guest we have on today, my understanding is he likes video games also.
Yep.
Yep.
And I think he's in charge
Hey
of
guys,
production and marketing for this new game, Vigilante Combat. Rick Duree is in the building. How are you, sir?
hey, yeah, happy Friday, Fortnite Friday,
Fortnite Friday. I know. We got to get back
We
to
used to do it.
and
when
shout
we
out to
change.
Mr. Fish Lee. He is one of the absolute best. I hung out with him for a whole weekend at C2E2 this last spring when we were doing the Heroic Awards
Oh yeah.
show live at C2E2. He and I were bunking together with our 8 guys in a small little Airbnb 2-bedroom. You do what you can do. We drove together. We lived together. We ate together. It was actually pretty awesome. It was total college.
It's the best way
Okay.
to do it.
All right. Need to answer a question in the chat. Ro, yes, this is our normal time going forward. So you can always catch us live at this point every Friday
Until we change it again.
until Danny changes again. Yes. So yeah, Rick, Vigilante Combat. What is this that we're talking about? Like, what exactly is this video game?
Yeah. So my comic artist, Aries the artist, that's what he goes by on Facebook, and he was doing some art for me. It's absolute Marvel DC quality, high level. And he
Aries
started
is
getting into video games. He started, doing some coding, some Unreal Engine 5 work with another guy who was, paying him to work on the game. And he said, you know what, I can do this for my own game. I want to do it for indie comics creators. So he asked me, he said, hey, Rick, since we've been doing work together, you mind if I use your character? And I'm like, well, yes, here you go. I take my character and put it in the game. Shoot. Yeah. I'd love to see how my character would do the fighting scenes. That sounds exciting. And he did that with about 16 or so creators, and our characters are all getting ready to fight each other. We're going through the last bits of the demo creation and the he's doing his coding work and the different skins. It's coming together real fast. And Kickstarter's, it's got to be, I think it's later this month. I wish I had an exact date, but it doesn't really matter if the date is, because you just go on Kickstarter and follow it, and we'll notify you when it goes live.
Okay. All right. And what type of video game can people expect from this?
Think about this. So back in the 90s, think of Killer Instinct with the 86 combo hits. We have that. Think about Mortal Kombat with the blood. We have that. Think about comics with all the different weapons and fighting styles and heroes or villains we have those. Think about the backstories you get when you go through Street Fighter at the arcade, and at the end, after beating M. Bison, you get the history of the character. We have those straight from the comic books of the creators. So yeah, 1v1, 3v3, that's what it is.
Nice.
I love it. I know I saw I want to say I saw a screenshot of Trash Panda and Godsend
Yeah.
fighting in the game, I believe, and those are two creators that I've been following for a long time, Charlie McKelvey and dang, now the name just jumped out of my head, but Godsend's creator, I've been following them both for a long time. So it's great to see indie characters that in being something like this. It's really cool.
Yeah. We have great people. Isaac Bell, his character's in there as well. That guy's a primo artist too. We're trying to bring people in that are in the indie community, and hopefully we'll help spread the message. I guess my goodwill is to use you guys to help spread the message.
He's using us. You heard it here. He's using us.
That's what we're here for.
I appreciate it. I'm also wearing my German hat. I have some German in me. So this month is Oktoberfest. A lot of people don't know Oktoberfest is actually in September because the Prince of Bavaria over in Munich 200 plus years ago, he wanted a big party before his wedding. So he said, let's do an Oktoberfest. It'll go all the way from the 2 weeks before the first weekend of October. 2 weeks before it'll go on, and then the first week of October he'll get married. So Oktoberfest usually is the last 2 weeks of September until the first weekend of October.
Wow.
So little known fact, useless information, except for Jeopardy. If you still watch Jeopardy, you're going to win. There you go. I give you the fact.
Now you did send me some images about the video game. Are we okay to share some of these? Or?
Throw it on. Yeah, everything in that folder you can put up there. There's videos in there too if you want to play them.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what we can show here. All right. Now this is actually pretty cool because this shows a lot of the characters that are going to be part of this, right?
Yeah. My character is the top right, the blonde kid. He's actually also partial German from my book, and he has blood bullets that go through these rail guns that he shoots, and so my character shoots guns. You said Godsend, he has a sword. Different characters are either martial artists or they're superhero fight style. I mean, it's all varying versus the characters. So.
I'm seeing a lot of indie characters. I know Reyna, Jester, both Thrust. I'm familiar with all those. And
Reyna's excellent. Reyna's comics are great. The Viking chick with the axe. I love the art. I love the story. I don't know all the indie books in this game. I mean, I wish I knew them all, but to be honest, there's so many now, and he keeps adding more people, which is great. We want to have as many people in the company as in the game as we can, because all hands on deck.
Yeah,
I love it.
And there's 12. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say I'm following the project already on Kickstarter. We just shared the link for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, but it's definitely great to see. I see y'all using the Unreal Engine and are planning to release on Steam. Do you know if there's any plans to port to one of the consoles or any physical media that go with it?
We have connections with Xbox and PlayStation. Think about this as a multi-stage project. So this first launch, this first iteration, let's call it iteration round 1. That's what we call it, Vigilante Combat round 1. This is going to be the fighting game. Round 2 is going to have more of the kind of like team against the world run through. That's coming later. That's more like an RPG-ish style. That'll be an extension of this game. You'll get the fighting game as well, plus the in-world fighting. So there'll be stages, but this is the first iteration. Yeah, play the video. Let's see what it looks like.
Okay. Very cool. Oh wow. Is this supposed to be Reyna?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see that the skins are still under development. We don't have finalization on the art yet because, to be honest with you, we want to have several costumes so that maybe we can have people, put some cash down and buy an extra skin and maybe make some money in the game. That's how in-game purchases. I'm just saying.
Microtransactions.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That looks amazing.
Yeah, the moves are solid. There's some work to be done always. This is my character on the left going to pop in, but Ares is doing a pro job on this. Absolutely pro.
Yeah, his work is really
Special skill. Final blow.
You can see some of the moves are different versus the characters.
Oh, we got projectiles.
And some splattery blood there too.
Final blow.
We got the Prime Controller in the game. That's Ramel Hill, one of Ramel Hill's characters. That's awesome, man. I know Kyron has talked for a while about wanting to put together a project sort of like this. He was talking more 2D Street Fighter type game, but I love seeing it. I love seeing this come together. So it's great. It's great.
There's a lot of indie games that are coming on the market. When I look at them and I see them on Steam, a lot of top down or 2D. This one, Vigilante Combat, Ares is pulling out all the stops. I mean, he's really doing a pro job. It makes me really happy to be part of it. And indie comics, indie creations, indie video games often don't go to this level of production. So it's great to be part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's your besides your character being involved, and I'm assuming that he's got you doing the marketing, the promotion of the game. Do you have any involvement in it besides that? Are you working on a story mode or anything like that for the game?
There'll be some writing that I'm on the writing team when we get to that part in round 2 in the next iteration. Right now we're just getting the game out and seeing how much the audience will love it, how they'll play online. We have to figure out how it works on Steam, how the users interact, and we take it stage by stage. But hopefully I can do some good writing for it and build out some story.
Can you give us any details as far as the fighting combat, like the depth of the characters, their abilities, how many movesets they're going to have, things like that?
That's all under construction. We don't have those finals yet, but think about fighting games. They all have combos. They all have special moves. They all have a finishing move. They all have their own skins and their own weapons. It's that.
Okay.
But the number of moves, the number of finishings, all that's yet to be determined. Right now it's functionality and art and backgrounds. And our goal is to have the music come from a Beats battle company that I'm working with here in St. Louis. They have a whole bunch of they do beat battles for the last decade, pretty much, where they bring in background sounds from our hip hop crowd here in St. Louis. They bring in background sounds to their tracks, and they'd play them against each other, and the crowd would vote on what was the best background, and so would judges as well. And some of the winners are giving us some of their tracks to use in the game. So it makes it where we actually have indie song producers actually bringing in the music as well.
Okay.
I love it. Like I said, man, I think this is a wonderful project. Do you know what the goal is going to be for the Kickstarter yet? Have you talked about that?
I don't know what we're going to have as the goal. I think right now, because Ares is creating it himself, it's his labor that we're paying for, that the Kickstarter would pay for, along with the tools that he's buying to help him use, like the Unreal Engine expense or whatever other expenses there might be. So I know I'm the messenger, but my message is short. Support the comics,
Yeah.
support the game, support your characters, support
Yes.
this amazing, awesome production, and let's see if we can get to round 2 on it. I would love to have the next iteration come in and keep building on it because what else is there? You know, we can do crossover comics with the characters. We can do
Okay.
our own graphic novel from these different storylines. I mean, we can keep writing additional background for the game. I think we have a lot of future here in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Now,
sure.
because the characters are based off of indie comics, do you know if there's going to be an option in the Kickstarter to maybe get some of those indie comic floppies?
Absolutely, that'll be there for sure. I know we have. There's going to be at least 10 or more tiers, and there'll be expansion tiers with other skins. There'll be an art book from Ares. There'll be the number ones from all the characters' first appearances. You know, T-shirts. I think we have T-shirts and different kind of merch like that as well. We have a special Kickstarter bundle where you get a special skins for all the characters that no one else will ever get. Their Kickstarter exclusive. So we're trying to make it fun. It's going to be unique and different. To be honest, I haven't seen a video game from the indie crowd bring indie characters into this level of a game before. I mean, there may have been a couple iterations by other companies, maybe, but this is just so much higher production level. It's hard to compare it to things in the indie community.
Yeah, and I think one cool thing about it too is that you're using the Unreal Engine, and those characters can be used on, say, a Fortnite server or something like that. If you wanted to use those characters to build your own server on Fortnite, and you know, have those people interact with those characters if the models are already made. So there's so much stuff that you can do with those, and it's great to have, you know, somebody working on that for sure.
Yeah.
So everything sounds good right now. What are some of the hiccups that you've come across so far when producing this video game?
You know, it costs more for all the work that Ares is doing. The items he's purchasing to help him get the coding done, the support tools, digital support tools, more expensive than expected. The time to create, I don't know if it's taking longer than he expected, but it is a lot of time.
Sure.
And he's doing it mostly by himself, pretty much by himself. So it's a one-man show on the development. I'm not coder skilled, so I'm talking skilled. So I'm doing what I can, but pretty much we're on Ares' timeline. But as you can see, that video, that demo you showed, those came out months ago. So he's going to have an actual full-on demo, which I've seen excerpts of, by the way, in the back in our internal communications, that are just amazing, like blows your mind. These what you just saw, they're good, but wait a couple weeks when he releases the actual, review trailer, the actual trailer. It blows your mind.
We have a question saying, what game is this on Twitch? Squiggles, we're talking about Vigilante Combat with Rick Duree. It's an indie fighting game that's going to be coming out on Kickstarter hopefully soon.
Yeah. And I like Fishley's comment. Needs a bird barbarian. That would be awesome. His character would be really good in the game for real.
Carl would look good in a game like this for sure. He definitely have a unique fighting style and moveset for sure.
Yeah, and I keep pushing Ares on one of those tiers to have a couple options where we can have a comic book creator who wants to be part of the team, pay the money, and get their character in the game. I keep pushing them for that. We'll see if it happens. That'd be nice, though. There's a lot of creators who have contacted us, want their guy or girl or animal or caw in the game, and we'll see if we can accommodate that in the Kickstarter.
That would be great. I'd definitely be interested in a tier like that. Definitely would. But hey, we'll see when the project drops. Just make sure you keep us connected. And we'll do our best to continue to push it out. And so Oh man,
There,
it's
there's
exciting.
a there's a question from Twitch also again from Michael Better. Do you take inspiration from Lethal League, Blaze? I think you mentioned right that you're taking inspiration from a lot of fighting games, not just one particular one, right? You're just
Right. Yeah. You can see from the game which video fighting games come to your mind on the combos. I mean, it reminds me a lot of Killer Instinct. In the story mode, it reminds me a lot of Street Fighter. There'll be more blood in the game than we saw in the demo here. That reminds me more of a Mortal Kombat style. So I think it's like kind of like the greatest hits, if you will. You know, taking a little bit of an homage to each of these great come before video games. In the end, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be online. It's going to be on Steam. It's going to be accessible. Sounds like a winner.
Right.
it
That's
does.
that's the making it available is the majority of the battle. A lot of even indie comics, don't get to the stage where you can, actually buy them online or actually purchase them. So
Right.
that's the biggest part of the battle.
And switching topics just for a sec, you guys remember Heroic Awards I mentioned with Fish Lee. If anybody wants to put their comics from 2024 that were issued and come out in 2024 into the awards, you might win the trophy.
There we
Just
go.
saying.
That's
Just saying.
nice. But if you made a comic and you want to enter into the Beam Awards,
Oh.
that's already. You could go to our website, fourtailspodcast.com, and enter there too. Just saying.
Well,
Hey,
you guys are the best awards out there for sure.
we're
But-
at least top 5. We're at least top 5.
I mean, that's a sweet. Mwah.
I mean, we might have to talk to you as far as how you got the physical awards produced, because we do want to do that this year. But I think outside of that, we got you beat on everything else.
Yes, good.
No,
And we need more not pay to play awards. We need real judged, real critically acclaimed award shows for indie comics. Because to be honest, I mean, 3,000 comic books come out on the Kickstarters and Indiegogos every year, and we don't see them. We see a couple dozen at most, if you're lucky, right? We need to be exposed to more great creations, and
Absolutely.
Beam and Heroic do that for our audience. So I'm up for both of these.
Absolutely.
There you
I agree. We definitely need more recognitions. There's so many books and great artists, great authors, great, colorists, letterers that are in the indie community. And we shouldn't have to wait until they're snatched up by the big 3 to to recognize them, even though that happens a lot. It happens.
Well, I
it
will
happens
tell
a
you,
lot.
The Few and Cursed, which is the comic that got Comic Book of the Year, they just had their number 10 issue come out this year, and they're up to like almost 50 grand on the Kickstarter.
Wow.
They did put out an issue with our emblem on it, which made me feel good. And then our Antarctic Press took the winners of the different categories and put them in a graphic novel. It's being printed, and then it comes out for the Christmas season, this year. I think it's either late November or early December. It'll hit the comic book shops in a collector's edition of the number 1s. And I mean, that's awesome. I think that's just a really good honor for our indie creators to be picked up by a good national publisher like Antarctic, and then really get published, and they didn't have there's no cost in it to them, it's just more publicity and recognition, and that's good.
Yeah. Anything we can do to get people to look at our books and recognize how good they are, totally for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, we were going to talk about Will Ferrell too, but I guess that's not going to happen because Will Ferrell was funny.
We got into other things.
All right.
I completely forgot to get back to Will Ferrell. Maybe
we should ask the chat which movie by Will Ferrell is the best Will Ferrell movie of all time. He has had more than 20 movies he's been in.
He's had a lot. I still say my vote is Talladega Nights. Literally, I want to say I laughed from beginning to end. Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell is a comedic actor, and he is amazing. I can't think of a movie that he didn't make me laugh, and he's got classic one-liners. You my boy Blue. You my boy Blue. I mean, just classic one-liners. But yep. See, somebody said Elf. I think we said Elf is definitely one of his best films. But I think Talladega Nights,
You can't even say it.
and Daddy's Home are the ones that I watch the most. I
Yeah,
watch
Wasn't he
Daddy's
in the
Home.
other guys with
the
Yeah.
other.
Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, like I told you before, his scene in Barbie made Barbie, man. He
Mhm.
made it.
Yeah.
No, I actually think his most underrated Will Ferrell movie, most underrated Eurovision.
Oh
I
wow.
don't think I ever saw that one.
That's underrated. See, you got to watch Eurovision. It's awesome. It's beautiful. It's like almost like a musical kind of, but it's
Mhm.
great.
Hmm.
Eurovision is basically Europe's American Idol.
Okay.
Hold a second. I'm off screen.
All right. Well, do you want to
Okay, I'm
start
back.
it?
All right, I'm ready. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for our favorite part of the show, and that is quick takes. Rick, you've done this before, so we'll jump
Sure.
right into it. We'll jump right into
Quick takes.
it. They said it's X
Wow.
Factor. X Factor is X Factor. I guess it would be way bigger out there. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Wasn't X Factor here too?
X Factor is here, but I think X Factor started with in that Simon Cowell show. Like that wasn't his original show that he started or whatever.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
He started so many.
Yeah, he did. He did. All right. So if you haven't seen the show before, Quick Take is a rapid Q&A session where we grill our guests on their deepest, darkest secrets from the internet. Last time we did this, we got a little bit controversial, and we're gonna do the same thing here, Rick. So
What was controversial last time? I forget.
I don't remember either, but
Oh yeah,
I don't remember either. But I always get controversial.
we,
so I'm
we
pretty
blacked it out.
pretty
We
sure
forgot
we
it on
did.
purpose.
I'm sure we said something that made somebody angry. Um, so you'll get 45 seconds. We got 5 questions, and you get 45 seconds each to answer those questions off the top of your
Well,
head.
wait, before you
Sure.
start, did you see my message about number
Um,
5? Do you want to
no,
switch
no,
or
no.
keep it?
We'll keep it.
Keep it?
We'll keep
Okay.
it.
All right.
So the first
Was
one.
it about the election? Are you going to ask me about the election? Because that's
No.
a controversial.
No, we're not doing that.
No, we don't do that here.
I mean, I don't know where you're going with this.
No, this is all good stuff just to let people know you, just to get people to know you a little bit better.
All right.
Hopefully,
Here we go.
hopefully nothing will make anybody too mad. So, question number 1. What are the best and worst things about cheese?
No way. Serious cheese?
Yes.
I just came from Wisconsin today.
I know.
Today,
I
I
know.
bought Wisconsin cheese and I brought it home. And I'm actually having it with my wife after this podcast. She's waiting to sample Wisconsin cheese right now. We got 16-year aged cheddar. I don't know if it's still good. I don't know. They say it's still good, but we're going to try it. Best and worst thing about cheese. The best thing is that it's absolutely delicious. The worst thing, well, I guess another good thing that's also kind of bad is you can say some really raunchy things about cheese. Like it can go in there and it can be the punchline on some dirty jokes.
That's very true.
Let's say that's the worst part about it.
I feel like that could be a good part too.
That could be good too. Yeah, I saw the photo that you posted with the cheese and your the snack sticks, and I believe one of them was cranberry cinnamon cheese or something like that. Is that right?
Ooh.
Yeah, it was Havarti cheese as the base, and then they put cinnamon and cranberry, little bits of cranberry in it, and they give me a sample. This place was the best in Michigan. You could sample all the cheeses. They must have had, there had to be 100 cheeses at least. and I was sampling, and they had this sweet cheese. And it's like, this has got to be seasonal only. And it was only seasonal. And you could imagine him putting it on some kind of like a Thanksgiving morning appetizer with that cinnamon and cranberry in it. Oh, it was amazing. I got on the plane, came home. My dad picked me up from the airport. And I said, Dad, which of these cheeses do you want? Do you want the 16-year aged one? He's like, How about the cinnamon cranberry? I'm like, oh man, now I gotta go buy that one again.
When I saw the picture, I was like, I would absolutely try that cheese just because I can't imagine what it would taste like, but I want to. Like, I just want to know what it tastes like. You have to tell me where this place is, and I'm gonna have to take a trip out there during the next fall season or pre fall season, and get out there and get it because that's something I definitely want to try. Okay, question number two. Question number two. So there's this whole thing, these we talk about a lot about the award shows that we do, and trying to promote indie comics to more people, right? So I want you to describe to us if there was an indie to mainstream bridge, what would it look like?
Okay, yeah, this is it. This is it. Any comic that gets enough publicity gets mainstreamed. It gets brought up by some publishing house that has distribution with Diamond or what have you, and gets to be in comic shops if it has enough publicity. So the way you get your indie comic to go is by getting it seen. You and I, we've done the award shows to help get publicity, but there's other ways as well. There's making a whole bunch of drama like Comicsgate. There's the making things political with the election coming up. If you had a political comic, there's doing it local like Nandor Fox. He gets real good local support, and then he can get his Kickstarters up there. So I mean, it's hard to say. All those options. There's no secret sauce though.
Yeah, there's definitely no one way to do it. I think there's a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different ways that you can get publicity for your comics, and we got to explore all the avenues. Definitely. Okay,
There's no secret sauce, but is there secret cheese?
there is a secret cheese though.
Okay.
I was thinking about that actually. There is a way you can also make some more money. Fishley does a good job. He does the Patreon, and he just keeps creating and producing. And one thing a wise man told me once, he says, if you stick at it and you keep going at it and you're genuine, you're going to make it eventually. But that curve, that time frame, it might be years. So yeah. I mean, I don't know how to tell you. That's just how the game works.
Yeah, for sure. All right, question number 3. And this one kind of relates to indie comics and as well as the game that you're doing. I want you to talk about the importance of physical and digital media when it comes to independent comics and games. And is one better than the other, or do we need both of them to get our work out there?
When you say physical and digital media, do you mean like at your booth at the Comic-Con, you have extra merchandise?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
because that's what I think is the way to go. I mean, when I was at my booth in Cowtown, which is down in Fort Worth with Charter Comics, I brought rubs and I put my sticker for my Orphan Bloodline comic on the rub, and it was my Orphan Bloodline rub, and I would sell those, and they sold out. And then I had the tchotchkes, the stickers and the tarot cards, tarot deck, coloring book, all these different merchandises, bookmarks, and it helps you look like you're more official. And if you look more official, then people are more likely to come over and buy from you. If you just have a comic on the table and that's all, it's kind of lonely. So grab some merch, make it fun.
There we go. Okay. That's definitely the truth. All right. Now, question number 4.
The most important question.
We are going to be. This is going to be controversial. Okay.
Very controversial.
Now, this one, I just want it straight from you.
Honest truth.
Don't give us any political answers. Tell us your truth. Okay. Yeah. Question number 4. Why aren't Saw and Ace Blade in Vigilante Combat? What's going on?
I was fighting all day for that. I was outvoted. I was on your side. I was for it.
So we need to know who voted against us.
I can only do so much, guys. I can only do so much. But you know what?
We need to know who voted against us.
I'm going to get you the in. You ready? The tier in the Kickstarter where you can pay money and get your character in. That's your in, buddy. That's it right there.
There we
Okay.
go. There we go.
All
We
right.
got to go out there and campaign for more votes, Kyron. We gotta go out there and kiss some babies and shake hands and campaign for the votes.
If you reach out to Aries, he'll talk with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Reach out to him.
we'll try.
Yeah, we're definitely no, we there's so many indie comics, man. There's so many indie characters. Um this is just part one, so hey, maybe I know you already got Ace in there, so it might be confusing to have Ace Blade in part one. So I understand if Ace Blade doesn't make the first iteration of the game, but that's okay. We'll make it.
But we could have a cool backstory that our universes collided, and now we're in some kind of a crossover.
Yeah.
There you
Hey,
go.
maybe.
Hey, everything is possible. Well, okay, we'll move on.
But
Question number
everything
5.
was awesome.
Now, this one also may end up being controversial based on what you say. So, I have another show called Top 5 Live where we do top 5 lists every week.
I love that,
and-
by the way. Top 5
and-
lists are amazing. I love it.
Absolutely, thank you. So, I'm going to get you to do a top 5 list off the top of your head. And this week, your top 5 list is top 5 fighting games of all time. If you had to pick 5 fighting games.
Yep. Well, Street Fighter 2 Turbo will never be beat. It will always be number 1. You can never. No, I'm not talking about Street Fighter. I'm talking Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Saget.
Up, down, left, right. That's Contra. But Street Fighter had a similar code too.
Mhm.
So I loved it. It would make it 10x speed. You could go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
So you could when you got that speed up so fast, that was the game to play.
Yeah.
That's number 1. That's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but the one that had the best marketing, they got so many people excited, but then when they played the game, they're like, wait a second, was actually controversial here, Mortal Kombat. They sold you on TV where you saw this awesome Kung Fu Raiden and Luke Cage, do an awesome blood fest, and then you played the game and it was a little bit stick figure-y. A little bit Mortal Kombat 1, a little bit stick figure-y. But it still had the blood and the bestiality or whatever, all that. So I would say that was a winner, but it was also a loser because I thought it was misrepresented. As a player, was my feeling.
The no blood or the blood code, I want to say Genesis had the code where you could turn the blood on and off in there too. So that was another controversial thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would say the most played fighting game of all time, it's probably no question, Super Smash Brothers, right?
Yes.
I mean, everybody plays that game, and that took your actual characters from the games you loved, and it put them into fighting each other, similar to the characters in the comics you love, putting them into a game where you can. I mean, I don't know where this comes from; it just kind of happens.
It's organic.
I think Super Smash Brothers has to be in the top 3 for sure because it really has changed fighting games. You can see it in most Comic-Cons. If they have a video game aspect, they're going to have a Super Smash Brothers competition going on. So definitely that. And then I don't know, you can put more in there, but those are really the 3. Those are the 3.
I'm down with that.
Okay.
I'm down with that.
Tekken was awesome.
Tekken would revolutionize.
Tekken's good.
Tekken was really good.
Yeah,
I would put Soul Calibur in there. Soul Calibur was one of my favorites.
that brought the fantasy and the swords. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah. Soul
Smart.
Calibur was my favorite.
smart.
What about you, Kyrie?
Virtua Fighter was on Dreamcast. Virtua Fighter, and that was
Virtua Fighter.
it was kind of ahead of its day in the graphics, even though they still are pixelated or whatever. But it seemed like it was cutting edge graphics when it came out. Virtua Fighter,
Yeah. They had that polygon shape going on.
right?
Yeah. That was good. That's a good list.
But fighting games, I mean, they were huge in the 90s, but then Super Smash Brothers has really been carrying it the last long time.
Yeah.
I really liked Street Fighter 6. That was fine. I like Marvel vs. Capcom. That's a great fighting game.
Mortal Kombat 1's been pretty good too. The last 2 Mortal Kombat games have been pretty good.
Yeah, they've been coming back, and I think they're coming back now in stronger numbers. And maybe it's just because everybody went to first-person shooters, and they all went to like the Skyrim RPG games. There's maybe games go through a cyclical movement. I don't know, But fighting games are definitely coming on more strong lately.
Officially says Soul Calibur. We didn't mention that one. That's a good one. It's a solid Soul Calibur was solid. I don't think it was a great game, but it was solid.
Another one that people are really hyped now is the Dragon Ball Z fighting games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Those
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z fighting games are really big. I'm not a fan of them myself, but they are really big games.
My Hero Academia actually had a decent fighting game a couple years ago. It wasn't
Oh,
great, but it was good.
My Hero Academia, I think it's ending, isn't it? The anime, is it ending soon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
My daughter spoiled the
writer,
ending for me, so
the writer, I don't know his name. The writer, though, excellent writing on that story.
yeah, definitely.
Characters doing amazing things
Yep.
when they have weird powers and you don't believe it, and then they automatically use it in such creative ways. Good writing for sure. The reason I'm in comics is because I love writing. Not that I love to write, it's fine, but I love quality writing and story. That's what gets it for me. Quality writing in shows. I was watching The Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix. What an amazing story. I don't care if the acting even was good or bad. I don't even care. The story just was amazing. So that's what it is for me. And that's why I really like that in Vigilante Combat, we're going to have our stories of our characters involved. That's important to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And again, you guys need to go to Kickstarter, check out, sign up to get notified of when the campaign launches, because we want to make sure everybody hops on that as quickly as possible. It's going to be exciting. But Rick, sorry, the message on the screen threw me off. Rick, this has been fun, dude. You always are a great time to have on. Outside of the Kickstarter, though, where else can people maybe follow you, check out your work, things like that?
Yeah. So Heroic Awards on Facebook, Richard Duree or Rick Duree on Facebook. I don't do much of the other social medias. I just don't have enough time to do 5 social medias. So Facebook is where you find me. But you can easily find me. I'm totally Googleable. You can find me easy. I don't have any secrets. So I think my cell phone's out there, my address is out there. I don't care. Whatever. I'm waiting for my own drama at my front door. Where's my drama at? Why can't people come to my door and bother me? So there you go.
Be careful what you ask for, Rick. Be careful what you ask for.
All right. Danny, what about you? Where can people check you out?
If you want to find me, the best place to go is my website, fourthwallpros.com, where Ace Blade 1 through 8 is now available to buy.
Wow, 1 through 8. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
Do you have an actual published graphic novel?
Yeah. Well, graphic novel is 1 through 4. And then the next one, we're going to do an omnibus at 10, I believe.
An omnibus. There you go. There you go.
My editor-in-chief approves.
How soon for the omnibus do you think? Is it a year away?
Should be April. Getting 9
Oh, wow.
Hopefully we'll get 9 and 10 done by April. He's shaking his head because we doubt it, but we'll see.
Well, I want you to definitely send me a message on Facebook when that comes out, and I will totally back you. I want that graphic novel. I'm a graphic novel fan. That's how I read them. I don't read the floppies. I know that's sacrilege for a comic creator to say, but I just really like the books. I can keep turning pages and keep going. That's my game.
No, I definitely understand. Some people only read graphic novels, so definitely. But also you can reach me on social media at the Ace Blade on all social media platforms. Kyron, where can people find you, sir?
You can find me at tauruscomics.com, where you can get issue 1 of Shaman's Destiny, or you can get the graphic novel, which has all 6 issues there. You can also get issues 1 through 4 of Saw the Lightning Wielder, issue 1 of Starcore, and issue 1 of Ruby from Planet Oz. Yeah, I was going to throw it all out there since you decided to add yours.
Wow, that's great.
King Supreme graphic novel is coming out. We got Harlem and Lumberjacks 1 through 4, and we got Ballad of the Black. No,
You guys were in the Heroic Awards last year. This last spring, weren't you?
No. We didn't get submitted in time, man. We were so when we had you on the show was the first time we
heard about it.
Heard of it, yeah. So
it's tough getting the word out. It is, and we were lightning fast with that. Within 6 months of ideation, we were live at C2E2. It was that fast from the idea to on stage. It was 6 months, so it was really, really fast. We have a lot more runway this time with the fall and the spring coming. So I hope you guys do submit. Anything comes out in 2024 can be submitted.
Oh.
And the link to submit is right there on our Facebook page. Just anybody who wants to click over and get your book in there.
Nice.
We are for sure.
And if you want to check out the Beam Awards, which is our award
Yes.
ceremony, you can go to fourtailspodcast.com. And if this is your first time checking out our podcast,
Hello,
you can listen to our previous episodes there also. Rick, again, thank you for being on. Everybody, thank you for your questions. F Trex, sorry I wasn't able to get to your question about Harry Potter. Next time we have Rick on, we will ask him about the Harry Potter story. I have watched The Boys. Have you guys watched The Boys?
What's the Harry Potter story?
I don't know, but he said ask you, so we'll have to get to it later.
Okay.
I don't know. But
Oh,
everybody
you mean as just like reading it? Yeah, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, actually. I gotta say, this is maybe bad, but when Hermione grew up, that girl's hot. I'm gonna tell you. I don't care what the books say. The books say her.
All right, and we're gonna end it there. We're gonna end it there. Join us next week where we will have Noble Ward on the show talking about his book, Vegas Baby. But until next time, sayonara, goodbye, and everyone, please take care of yourselves.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.